God is dead. In 1844, the year of Nietzsche's birth, Max Stirner writes that modern reason killed God by way of replacing him. Nietzsche's madman in The Gay Science seeks God haplessly in a marketplace. Man needs to reinvent God, but fails. What he really needs, all that can save him, is the Overman, his unleashed will to power, representative of fatality. Yet, today, the Overman is the marketplace itself, or the machine administrating all merchandise, above all, God and man himself. God is dead. We have killed him, yet we still do not know it. What this means is that what counts for us is what God is for us, not what he is in himself. For we are perspectivists. We believe in points of view. What is dead is the God we had sought as having first sought us. What is dead is man's God-sustained quest for God. What is dead is natural reason, replaced by modern mechanistic reason. The God of old patriarchal philosophers and theologians is dead, but also that of undefiled common sense uninformed by modern reason. The spontaneous God is dead. Human innocence is dead. Our confidence in our original blessing, in divine sanction for a path leading back from the imagination to divine intelligence. The path is dead, reduced to a fleeting moment, the compulsion of feelings administrated by modern reason and its machines. The heroic ascent to God is dead, replaced by a present empowered by the machine. What is dead is what does not count for us, what is in itself, above us, God the Father living in us through his Word. What is dead is God's Word, and we have killed it. Modern man upholds Christ's death, cut off from the incarnation and the resurrection. Christ's death is assumed to be the sign of God's incapacity to save us. God is stripped of his authority, dethroned, annihilated, for we now abide in an arena of death, the marketplace that feeds off of God's death. We can still believe that God will return, but our belief is based on our will, which begs to be emancipated by and in the Overman, the Übermensch, emancipated from the dream of God, even as the Overman has evolved into a planetary machine. God will not return as long as we believe he will. Our will to believe prevents his return. Must we let go of God completely in order for him to return? What does it mean to let go of God completely? It must mean to let go of all that resembles God, all that signals God, all shadows of God. We must let go of all that fills the void left by God's death, the void that is his death. We must then endure that death, make it our own, embrace it. We must take upon us God's own cross. We, above all, must die God's own death. We must expose ourselves radically to our being killed as God has been killed for our own sake. Until then, our God, the God we believe to exist, will remain our artifice, our own creation, the mask of our own unwillingness to bear God's own cross. For God has died, and we killed him by believing he existed, by taking him for granted. God's death was the death of God in our lives, the death that turned our lives into a pretense, an imposture, a gruesome farce. Did God not die? Of course he died, and his deathbed is our own.